this is so good. Oh, it's perfect. Hey, it's Shelly Wellness here. Welcome to the Mindful Plate. You are here because you love a good savory breakfast, and today we are going to be making a hash. Now, typically you use potatoes in that, but we are going to be using plantain. Plantain with chorizo, a vegan chorizo. So I'm not gonna talk too much. Let's get into the recipe and I'll show you how to make it.
Hey, I'm your host, Shelly Wellness. I'm on this journey to elevate our consciousness around food, and I invite you to join me. On this channel, I'll share recipes created with mindfulness, rooted in wellness. Welcome to the Mindful Plate.
So to start, I am subbing plantains for potatoes. Now I'm using frozen green plantains because I do not want to do all the work of cooking. I just want this to come together really quickly. But if you want to fry up your own tostones and then add them to the hash, you can. So I've heated up a skillet already and I'm going to crisp these up on their own. So while my plantains are crisping, I am going to start on my chorizo. So I'm gonna add some onion to some oil, and we're just gonna brown this off. So the purpose of cooking the plantains separately is because the goal is to get them crispy. Just like when you have a nice potato hash and you want that crisp, that's the same thing. So make sure that your plantains are cut in a size that's gonna allow them to crisp evenly and nicely all over. All right, so while our plantains are cooking, our onions are getting a little brown to them. Now we're gonna add in our peppers. I have a mix of red and green. You could use whatever pepper colors you want, but I like this because the green is less sweet and the red is sweet. So you have a mix of that sweet and that savory. And also, I love all those colors. So you're gonna have that yellow from the plantain, you're gonna have the red from the pepper, you're gonna have the green. It's going to be so beautiful and tasty. So now we're still building on that flavor. We're gonna add some garlic into our pan now, and this is just more seasoning. And you don't want to cook this off too long because garlic can burn very easily. So just enough, you'll smell it. Yes! You'll know. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, honey, I could just eat this just like this, but we're not done yet. We have more to add, okay? This is so good. All right, so now I'm gonna add in my chorizo. Now, I just actually want to try this on its own. This is my first time trying this, you know. Yes, it's giving what it needs to give, it's doing what it needs to do. I can say this is not spicy enough for me, so I'm definitely gonna be adding a little pepper into this, but it can work. So you're just gonna crumble the chorizo into the pan. So now you can see our plantain is nice and crisp. We have a few grill marks on this. So this is ready. So I'm gonna take this off the heat and I'm gonna let this sit, do its thing until it's ready to add back into the pan. Now back to my chorizo. So like I said, I tasted it on its own and for me it was not spicy enough, but I think for you, make sure you taste it. If it's to your liking, leave it as it is. But I like a little bit extra heat, a little bit of pepper. So I'm gonna add in some adobo. This adobo is like a nice all-purpose seasoning. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper sauce. One of my favorite brands is Siete. They have an habanero hot sauce that I love, and I also love it because it just uses a lot of natural ingredients, so no questionable stuff. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this because I need a little bit of heat. Oh, goodness. Doesn't that look just like meat, y'all? And now lastly, I'm gonna add in some tomatoes. Now I'm adding these tomatoes last because I don't want a saucy hash, but I like every now and then to get the bite of a tomato. So I'm just adding a little bit, but I want to keep the tomatoes whole. And then last, I'm gonna add some green onion. You want to give your stuff a taste. Make sure it's how you like it. Let's see if it's giving what it needs to give. It just needs some salt. Ooh, Ooh, but that heat is there, yes. And now to finish it off, y'all, we're just gonna add in our plantains. All right, you guys, you see how easy that was to make? Let's try it. Oh, I cannot wait. It smells so good too. Wow. Oh, wow. That's good. Oh, it's perfect. This is what I was going for. Adding that extra heat took it up to another levels. The plantain is perfectly crispy, and it's so pretty. I love all these colors. Yes, y'all. All right, you all, happy brunching, happy breakfast, enjoy this. And if you want the recipe with the exact measurements you already know, join my newsletter. I send it out every week. The link is in the description, themindfulplate.tv, and I'll see you next time.